Daylight. Mobbing on Earth, boy. Showtime. Hey.
D-Mark got the E.
Curtain call, let the show begin. I know it's hurting y'all the way I'm going in. I need a murder dog covered for the times I was killing shit and y'all ain't know it then. Working hard, long hours in the trap, in my bag like some dope again. It's that blue magic, no Nicky Barnes cut, niggas know who I'm doper than. Everybody, old nigga, new nigga, only see a challenge in a few niggas. A lot of y'all can wipe the smile off your face on the mob, it ain't none of you niggas. I just put the switch on the new blicker, rapid fire spitting, it's a boost nigga. 2 Street for a lot of you niggas, hard knock life, fighting 2 jigger. Back on my shit again, endurance, I tire him out like a Mitchell, and I'm about to put on that shit again. I was trying to be humble, but fuck it, I'm still a man. Go rap like a kilogram. They finna spin this up top like a ceiling fan. I'm about to pop like a trigger man. From that hustling stock, so I'm all about my dividends. It's showtime. I was trying to get rich in like no time. Underdog with a slow grind. Had to run the shit up to a gold mine. Niggas hated like the whole time. Now they catch the wave like a coastline. Yeah, these bitches fronted like the whole time. Now they front row when it's showtime. Sharing for a nigga, pulling on the nigga. I should pull a Kevin, kick her in the titty. Nah, I'm being petty, baby, I'm just kidding. Going with your move, I ain't even tripping. I had groupie back when I was in the kitchen. Had 3 counting, catching what I'm pitching. Montana way, started with the dishes. Out of town played, not the pocket trip. Real G's round me, we gon' do the fiction. Niggas rub me wrong, it gon' be some friction. It gon' be a spark, I'ma stand on business. Ain't no favorite op, I can't stand the niggas. They gon' lay in dirt, candlelight visuals, face on the shirt. Now you get the picture, Psalm 23. Now you get the scripture, homies, they gon' fly. They done got religion. I be outside, functioning with killers, police outside, hunting for the dealer. Bitches mouth wide, hungry for a nigga. I ain't even dropping money on the ticker. True player, I be turned with the ism. Bad bitches know the vibe I be giving. Fuck the haters and the lies they've been telling. They'll make the news at noon 10 and 11. Showtime, it's showtime. I was trying to get rich in like no time. Underdog with a slow grind. Had to run the shit up to a gold mine. Niggas hated like the whole time. Now they catch the wave like a coastline. Yeah, these bitches fronted like the whole time. Now they front row when it's showtime. Sharing for a nigga, showtime. I was trying to get rich in like no time. Underdog with a slow grind. Had to run the shit up to a gold mine. Niggas hated like the whole time. Now they catch the wave like a coastline. Yeah, these bitches fronted like the whole time. Now they front row when it's showtime. Sharing for a nigga.
Yeah.
I need to double down on my point. After TA.
Yeah. What up? Yeah, man. Yeah. Alright, we gonna get this started. Hey man, Shay man, it's your boy DAA man, Daylight TV. Back at y'all with another one. And on this trip, we're gonna call it the relaunch of the Mafia Material Mobcast, episode 1. Could have called yesterday episode 1, but I want to call that the genesis to the crucifixion of some other shit. But we not on that right now. You understand what I'm saying? On this trip, we're gonna be talking about THF Bezu. Passed away over the this past weekend, being shot and killed on the west side of Chicago. So break down how this shit went. You know, we're gonna get into it. So rapper and I guess you say Chirac street legend, for lack of a better word, THF Bezu, real name Devonta Collier, was shot along with 2 other men in the Little Village section located on the west side of Chicago on October 25th, 2025. Bezu was shot multiple times and was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital in critical condition before being pronounced dead. A 42-year-old man was wounded in the arm, back, and lower body, and a 39-year-old was shot in the ankle. Both of the surviving men were taken to local hospitals and reported to be in fair condition. Now, for those of y'all who aren't familiar with the Chicago drill scene, THF stands for Trigger Happy Family. And Bezu is most known for his affiliation with Lil Durk and King Von. Actually, him and Von had a record together called Beat That Body. Now, according to Street News TV, which is a YouTube channel I was following before I even got into the YouTube space, and my go-to for anything Chicago drill related, y'all can check out his series Chirac Street Legends and get a whole crash course on politics. But according to him, Bezu, DMG, so it's a couple of crews or whatever from that have affiliations out west. One being DMG, BBC, and most notably 051, which is, a known or probably one of their biggest ops. And those who follow the drill scene, y'all know about 051 Melly and, the whole thing with that. And all of these niggas come out of the South Side. So, mind you, what you say, boy? Yeah. Yeah, man, rest in peace, Zoo. Yeah, real quick. I actually waited to run this story because I knew that bro was Muslim, so I knew that they would be burying him within the next 72 hours. So I was really just waiting to see, what other developments, came out and all of that. But yeah, so they all got connection to Seth Side on the West Side. Now, what I do know about the West Side of Chicago is it's a lot of vice lords, four corner hustlers, and out there in Little Village, particularly, is known for having a lot of Mexicans and Latinos and shit. So we're talking about Latin King, Satan Disciple. Now, I didn't see anything in my research that indicated that there was any beef with the BDs and the Latin Kings in Chicago. But in Chicago, them niggas will slide just for a name. And THF Bezu was not just a big name, in THF and the BDs, but as well as being, close friend to one of the biggest rappers, in the game, that being Lil Durk. So it's not hard to believe that someone could have just seen Bezu and saw an opportunity to get their name up in the streets or in their gang. You know what I mean? Now, usually when something like this happens, the first thing or the first conclusion everybody jumps to on the internet is that, the person who was killed got backdoored by somebody close to him. But by who? Because the other two people or whatever, they got shot too. You know what I mean? Now, there's a female named Ari, who according to the blogs, is the baby mama of a dude by the name of 757 BA. Right? And they were saying that she was the one that dropped Bezu's location, and it seemed like the rumor came from the fact that Ari was killed while driving in the city of Chicago. Now, according to the blog, the theory of Ari dropping Bezu's location doesn't really make sense for a lot of reasons. The most notable reason is that 757 is an op of THF. So why would an op baby mama have Bezu's location, right? Well, according to a video posted by SNTV less than 24 hours ago, while Ari didn't drop the location of Bezu, her death is allegedly connected to that whole ordeal. Yeah, I know this shit crazy, right? So Ari's baby daddy, 757 BA, is currently fighting a life sentence. Ari, so now while he's locked up, she currently was dating a guy that's listed on Facebook as Fonzo Cappin. Call him Fonzo. Fonzo spoke about how, the BDs do the most trolling when one of their ops, get killed. But they want the utmost respect and, all this courtesy when they lose one of their own. Now, one of the BDs responded, and there was a whole back and forth online, usual tough talk. And fast forward, Ari is riding around in a car that Fonzo was either known to drive in or own, which had 5% tents, and they lit the car up, killing her on some, mistaken identity shit. You know what I mean? Now, I'm gonna play y'all a clip or whatever. There's a dispatch video Well, actually, it's the 911 dispatch call when they're trying to get the ambulance to pull up and shit. And you can just hear how chaotic the scene is. And they also talk about the getaway car, you know what I mean, that the two men got in there. I got it playing over a loop footage of the actual shooting, but I got it blocked out. Yeah, I could, tap in or whatever, and I'll leave a link to the actual video where y'all can see it. You know what I mean, like later, because it's pretty graphic, and YouTube is gonna trip out on me if I run it. But let's get into this shit real quick.
Going to Schroeder, and then do we have anybody going to Sinai, or do you need me to send someone to Sinai?
Yeah, we can send someone to Sinai from if they're here on the scene. Just have them meet me here to follow the end if they're still on scene.
All right, well, 1023.
1060.
Go ahead.
Everyone that's on this gathering detail, they're all released and hold me down over here at the 31st of St. Louis. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
All right, everybody that was on the detail over at 26th Street, thanks for all your assist. 1006, boy, what color on that?
Silver.
All right, it's going to be silver.
1006, boy.
Go ahead.
The vehicle looks like it may be a Honda Accord, newer model, like 2020. And the both shooters jumped in the passenger, in the rear, one in the passenger, so there possibly at least 3 heads in the car.
Okay, 10-4, 1002, Sam, do you copy that?
1031?
Mark 1031, go.
I'll go with the first victim, Jumpy male, 144 years old, he's down 4 times.
All right, GSW 4 times. All right, 10-4.
Third is going to be a male 1, and he's currently unconscious.
Okay, so we're going critical for him and good for the other, or critical for the first and the third, and then good for the second.
So Beju is the one they're talking about is critical.
The third one's going to be critical, and he just shot left abdomen.
Okay.
1006, boy, for both.
06, boy, go.
So witnesses are saying that the Chevy Impala took off eastbound from 31st in St. Louis after the shooting.
All right, Chevy Impala took off eastbound from 31st in St. Louis.
So we got EMS rolling over there. It's going to be 31st in St. Louis in the Figure parking lot. It's going to be just south of 31st on St. Louis. We got 3 victims.
Okay, yes. You guys do have EMS, ambulance 34 and engine 99. They should both be pulling up. All right, 1031, have you guys made contact? Because we're getting a call, 3250 St. Louis. There's a male shot in front.
Mark 1031, we got 3 victims over here. All male, black, between the ages of 30 and 40.
1031.
1030.
The original call, my first one's going to be a person shot 3-1 in St. Louis. Coming over details to follow. Callers reporting 2 males in a gray Chevy Impala just shot a male.
457.
Name 457. 457 is going to 3250 South St. Louis. Alright. 34, I'm going to need 2 more ambulances over here. We can get 457, please. You got 33, 67, and 457 on the way. 67, can you go 67?
Go for 67.
Alright.
So that's the 911 call. Yeah, I know, right? And you know what's crazy? As I was listening to this, the thing that stuck out to me was I don't know if it was just pure professionalism or being desensitized from, being a 911 operator in Chicago. But, you know, they deal with this shit a lot. Like, this is another day at the office, unfortunately. And you know what's crazy is, the craziest part about all this shit is, Zoo is like the era before Dirk and Chief Keef and all that. So like, he like the big homie. Nigga then alleged, you know, well, we don't got to say alleged now. I mean, the nigga was regarded as a hitter. The name of your crew is Trigger Happy Family, and from what I understand, he was one of them niggas that set the tone. You feel me? Now, the whole thing about the Ari girl getting hit, going back to that, is there was a clip, I couldn't find the shit, but there was a clip floating around, and I should have saved it, but Zoo was on a live, I think, with one of his ops, because that's like what, you know, these Chicago, like, drill niggas to do. TG, what up, though? So, Zoo is on the live with one of his ops, and he talking about, you know, I don't want to, you know, don't cry for me when I go. You know, you want a 20 for 1. And so far, with the girl Ari, he, you know, shit, that's 1 down. And I mean, Zoo is a love member from, you know, my research, and I mean, shit, he was what they called in Chicago a high value target. So, it's definitely going to be some shit, you know what I mean, behind this, because just in me following some of this stuff, like I said, tapping in with niggas like SNTV and all of that, it's niggas who are way less, I guess you'd say, influential, or had way less status or whatever and shit, that whole war, like the whole city done went up for, you know. And surviving all of these wars or whatever, it's crazy because the streets are saying all of this shit is over some watches. Yeah, but they didn't, I just covered that. So look, they didn't set, she ain't set him up. It wasn't associated with the whole Beju incident. I was just speaking on it. So what happened was, she is the baby mama of, the girl's name is Ari. She got killed. And she basically the baby mama of a dude named 757BA, who's currently locked up, you know what I mean, doing the life sentence. 757 is an op of THF. She started messing with a dude named Fonzo. Fonzo went online and said something about THF and the BDs or whatever after Zoo had died. Somebody from the BDs jumped in the comments and they had a back and forth, and you know, it was some tough shit said, and y'all know how that shit go. So Shorty was riding around in a car that the nigga Fonzo was known to be in or either owns, and they lit the car up or whatever because they had 5% tint, so they couldn't see inside. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't actually drop his location, because why would the chick have Zoo's location first to give to somebody or whatever if she's an op baby mama? And then she's still messing with an op. So, you know, like, that's how that shit went. And that got confirmed, you know what I'm saying, by, you know, like I said, SNTV. If y'all know about, you know, bro, we got to follow and shit like that, you know, because that's my source for anything Chicago related. Because a lot of times I done followed up on these niggas, on these other niggas, and they be all kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what's going on with that. So Now the whole thing is, it's a dude named Lil Zay Osama, and I got a clip here from a No Jumper interview where he kind of talks about the situation with the watch and how all of this shit started. So we're gonna get into that right now.
You and Mimo ever squash y'all little shit? Then y'all had some shit on the internet?
Mimo was on Clubhouse talking about the watch shit. You feel what I'm saying?
All right.
Nigga stole the watches. Nigga didn't do no gang shit, up no gun or nothing. I wasn't even woke for this shit. So how can you even, I wouldn't even claim that on the internet like, oh, I took Zay. I wouldn't even claim that, bro. It's just the clout shit nowadays, bro. And then people would do something and then everybody around them innocent get hurt and they never get caught. You selfish, you don't even care about people around you, bro. Everybody around you getting their ass smacked and you just right here like, you bogus. Point blank, period.
So yeah, I ain't gonna say, but yeah, so cause some niggas from that same camp took Mimo chain, one of Mimo homie chain. So I be wondering, cause you know,
I don't really know about them situations,
but
bro.
it get
I wasn't
mixed
around for that shit.
Yeah, but it get mixed when you got, you know, he trying to do the label situation and you got all these different, you know.
But that's why, but that's why I'm saying, like, you gotta watch who you have around and watch who you be around, because it's just like me. I'm not having no niggas around that I know could do some snake shit, I know could do some backdoor shit, or I know could fuck up my name on my brand.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. Folks loved a lot of niggas. That's why he did what he did. You get what I'm saying? But like, over time, you start seeing niggas over there and over there and over there, and folks up here, cause folks starting to understand, like, these is no good for me. You hear me? Niggas could flaunt, niggas could have Dirk name in their mouth all day. Oh, that's my big bro. That's my homie. Oh, I'll fuck with him. He just get. No, he didn't. No, he don't. Stop lying. You feel me? It just look good on the internet. In real life, that's Dirk don't be nowhere around these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas use his name to get by.
Yeah, so yeah, Royal. I hear you. You know how I look at No Jumper? That nigga Adam 22 is he's the Howard Stern of like the hip hop space or whatever. There ain't no black niggas gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and also in this interview, what'd you call it? Zay said that he was never like signed to OTF on paper, you know, like Dirk was just that, you know, back in his play. We all heard those, you know, scenarios before. But yeah, so now that was that, right? And this is before, I think this is before Zoo died. Now, after the fact that happened, homie went and said this.
2 watches got stole. About 5 red again. Last wearing red again.
Fuck it, they gonna wear, yeah, nah, this time they gonna wear black, we gonna turn their ass to red.
Today it's a new nigga outside coming out of snitch. So what that make y'all? The rest of you is snitches too. You hear me? Facts. I'm out the way. I'm out the way. Making music, getting money, just signed my new deal. But look though, this was before the deal. I swear to God. 2 watches got stole. About 5 lives got took. Well,
Now, why in the fuck would you say that? Now, sometimes You just gotta take satisfaction in knowing that, you know, you got yours, my nigga. For real. Like, this shit crazy. You know. Cause now still that 20 for 1 deal out there, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It ain't over yet. And I ain't got no dog in the fight. I don't game that. Yeah, I ain't from Chicago, but I do know these streets, and I know how chain of events can go. Yeah, man, RIP, Bezu. That shit crazy. He must not think that they he must not think of it. I don't know. These niggas, I don't know what the hell they be thinking. You know what I'm saying? Cause nigga, I'm not even comfortable saying certain people's names. You know what I'm saying? Like on like Clubhouse or any platform, especially when certain levels of violence has transpired, let alone somebody died. You know, unless niggas is already tried and convicted, and even then, motherfuckers be trying to get appeals in and all that shit or whatever. So, by me knowing how to read a case now, I say this: once the nigga has exhausted all of his appeals and shit like that or whatever, then you know, I'll speak a little more candidly. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, you know, everything is alleged. But shit, when they write it in the paper, they say the government alleged because you're innocent until proven guilty. News you could use. But shit. Now, you know what's crazy is Dirk is dealing with all of this shit. And at a point where, you know, he locked up fighting for his life. And while this is all going on, everybody around him is kind of going through it. Like, Kid Doobie Low got robbed, I heard, like, you know what I mean, a couple months back. A couple niggas got picked off. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot going on. You know, before he got locked up, his brother had gotten killed. Like, it was just a lot of shit going on. And crazy, but like what not Mimo, but what Zay was saying on No Jumper about Mimo, you know, running around like bragging about he took the chain and all that. And if there's any truth to this shit, if your people is really not the chain, the watch. Any truth to this shit. If your people is really out here getting smacked in the streets left and right, behind you taking like some watches. You know what I mean? And I'm assuming that, you know, these ain't no aftermarkets or whatever, like, you know, pay what he paid for. And probably on loan and shit like that, because a lot of these niggas ain't that liquid to just be cashing out 80, you know, a watch, and you got 2 of them. Believe that shit if you want. Some niggas got it, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, a lot of that shit be aftermarket, you know what I mean? Which is still more expensive than, you know, the average shit that somebody put on their arm. You know what I mean? It's probably more than the average American has in their bank account. Some of these aftermarket joints, if you still spending like $3,500 sometimes or whatever for like, you know, the real good ones, because the aftermarket shit only means that there's a third party piece that was used to put that watch together. You know what I mean? So it might have like all the Rolex insides or all the Audemars Piguet like insides and shit. But the band, it might look like an AP band, but it's not an authentic like AP band. But like the case or whatever might be real, and the actual mechanism on the inside, which is what these watches are known for, you know, their mechanics and their craft and shit. And it's really the smarter play, especially if you're gonna like bust that shit down, because why would you pay like 40,000, 50,000 for a watch, and then fuck the resale value up on it by putting diamonds in the bit, and then you're gonna lose about 30 to 70% on the resale, depending on how you can get it off. And then most like custom jewelry like that, bust down and all that, it's hard to resell that shit. And if you do, you damn sure ain't gonna get what you paid for. So yeah, a little jewelry advice or whatever and shit. If you gonna bust that shit down, get you a little aftermarket joint, yo. You be alright. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas out here be scared of fake watch busters. But yeah, man, this shit madness. Real madness, dog. Rest in peace, Luke. Like shit, he might have been safer if he hadn't become famous for rap. But I don't know, y'all. Yeah, this shit's sad, man. And the saddest part is that we know this shit ain't over. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole crazy shit. You know, just the get back culture. I mean, we've seen Chicago have 50 some odd shootings or whatever in a weekend on several occasions. And you know, Trump or whatever been investigating them niggas and shit. Yeah, they always saying that like somebody sacrificed somebody. That's the normal. Hold on a second. I just want to go. What you saying response to? They got some. They're gonna go through some clips and shit on here. Hold on. The Jesus shows how to talk to the police.
All right, Sergeant Hines, third number 3280. It's October 31st, 2017. Approximately 16:35 hours. I'm here with
Collier.
You have first name. Hold on. You have okay. You're messing me up now. First name? ID number?
2014-11-07-215.
Mr. Collier, you're involved in an incident up here on 3 Frank earlier today. Care to give me details on that incident?
I wasn't involved with the incident.
Okay. Do you have any injuries as a result of this incident?
None at all.
Do you want to request protective custody as a result of this incident? You want to press charges against anybody?
No, sir.
You going to sign a complaint refusal form?
I refuse.
Saying you don't want to press charges against anyone?
Exactly.
Okay, you're going to sign one?
Yep.
Okay, did you receive medical attention?
Yep.
Okay, did you sign a refusal for medical attention?
Yep.
Anything else you want to add to this video before end recording?
Not at all.
Sergeant Hines, 3280, ending recording.
215.
All right, Sergeant Hines, story number 3280. It's October 30.
And that's how you do that there. Let's see. Well, that's all I got on the Beirut shit. Let's see. Chief Keef got up out of Chicago. Fucking right. Yeah, like, let's see this. Yeah, I don't, Chief Keef definitely was the smartest one. And you know what's crazy? He was in a similar situation where, like, they robbed his shit. I think they, like, I don't know if they ran in the house while he was there or wasn't there and stole some shit. And then he distanced himself from niggas, and then he moved out to Calabasas. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, he was definitely
The song was not intended to be a damn dance song. This was supposed to be some hard shit. And when I first dropped it, like the first year, they made it a damn twerk song. Then it was a song for like edits and stuff. And it just didn't make sense. And now it's a viral TikTok dance song. So it's not how I intended it to go, but hey, I'm glad y'all enjoying it. The song was not intended.
And stop acting colorblind. Like I said, imagine if you really couldn't see color. You wouldn't know how to live. It is through color that nature tells you what's good for you. Right. So act like you don't know the color white ain't bad. Act like you don't know snow is white. And when snow comes, summer leaves, all life and vegetation stops. Act like you don't know parasites and maggots is white. But when they come, they kill you from the inside out. Act like you don't know the white man, every time he jumped off the boat in a foreign land, at least 85% of the people that was there before him become eradicated. Act like you don't know the color white reflects light. Act like you don't know that sunlight actually gives you intelligence. And by the white man just being white, he's actually reflecting and rejecting their intelligence from the creator. So how you gonna be friends with a motherfucker who biologically denies the cosmos? And stop acting colorblind.
Coming in this game. Act like it. But yeah, man. That's my spill on the THF Beirut situation. The war in Chiraq continues, man. And this is crazy because, I mean, it's been going on, but to think about it, in the context that we know it, for the drill music scene, this shit started out with BDK by, I want to say, a 13, 14-year-old little kid named Lil Jojo, who's dead now, been dead for a long time. And I mean, Chief Keef came out like that shit hit the national stage in 2012, my nigga. I mean, if you want to go further back, if you were paying attention, you had niggas like King Louis and all that shit, and they was, you know, rapping. But when Chief Keef came out, when that whole BDK dropped, man, it made the fucking city go up. And then like niggas start dissing, and the whole, you know, this shit become a thing. Like it played out on Twitter. You know, like I said, man, go check out SNTV. You know, you could do a whole crash course or whatever. That boy gonna get you right. You know, shout out to him and welcome home. You know what I'm saying? That nigga did good and everything. But yeah, dog. Jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. You know, shout out to Royal. Shout out to my nigga CG in the chat. Pulling up, rocking with the boy. Shout out my nigga World Pest. We'll be back tomorrow. Breaking down, we're gonna get into the Julio Fulio case. I'm basically give y'all a chronological breakdown of everything that's happened in the trial, all the way down to, you know, tomorrow. Because by the time we go on, it'll be the end of the court day. Friday, we got Fifth Avenue J. You know, shout out One Way Music. We got an album coming out, so we're gonna, you know, get into some hot topics or whatever and talk about, you know, the Brony project as well. You know, so that's gonna be lit. Pull up Friday, have your gas, have your, you know, bring your own gas, bring your own bottle type shit. You heard? And yeah, that's pretty much where we at with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, hit that like and subscribe button, smash that notification bell if you really marvel with the content. And as always, stay dangerous so you can be safe, especially if you gangbanging in Chicago. It's your boy Daylight, man. I'm out.